Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Davion the Don, the number one cap, and today we're going to be giving you guys the inside the mind of the number one cap on console. So we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. It's a lot of action, little deaths, as cap should be. So let's get into it. So first off, as you can see, I am going after Loki. That's the first thing that you want to do is dive Loki first. As number one tip, if they have a Loki, dive him first because he has the runes. So you're going to bait out his runes every time. See, I'm diving Loki every single time. You want him to use his cooldowns because that rune cooldown, it can stop a ult. It can stop a lot of things. So you just want to use that. And on this specific map, when you get a team wipe and they're all spawning and coming down here, you don't want to be too aggressive. You want to just stay and play by the cart with your team because you now hold a power position. They have to funnel between two areas where Thor just came out of and the other area over there where Squirrel Girl was shooting out of. And see, you get easy picks and you stagger them very easily if you don't play too aggressive. This is the position where you don't want to allow a pick because it's very hard to get back in there and contest once you wipe their team out. So you just want to be very passive, just play with your team, and then once you get picks, then you can push up and try and take space. So we go ahead and we wipe out their whole team right there. And Thor's staying there, but I'm not going to push him because I know my team is behind me, and I know their team is just respawning. So I'm pushing up with Hulk. Me and Hulk were timing our dives pretty well. So Hulk gets in there. He takes a lot of attention. And I try to get in there. I see that Hulk baited out Loki's rune. So I know his rune is going to end soon. So I go in there, try to do something. Didn't even realize that Thor is behind me. I don't know how I didn't even realize that. But my team took care of him. And then our Hulk dies here. And I pushed up a little too far and a little too hard. I did not need to push up right here. My team's around the corner, so I can't even get healed. And I stayed in there just for a little too long. Loki got his runes back. But as Cap, you just want to be annoying. See, I'm able to get him. You just want to be annoying as Cap. So a lot of times, you're either going to pop ult to save your team, or you're going to pop ult to force the healers to focus you. So right here, I pop ult just to create havoc in their backline. Because I know that if I do that, they're not going to be able to get heals on their tanks, and my team can shred them, like happened. And one of my teammates was telling me, oh, Thor's in the back, he's cooked. So I went back there and helped him finish up that kill. Right here, I should have went back. That's one fault. When you're on Cap, you need to watch your health. You have the ability to get out and get in like no other character, besides like maybe like a BP is probably better. But you have the ability to get out and get in, but it's all about your timing. So after that death, you know, instantly learned from my mistake, didn't rage or anything, just got right back in there, right in the right headspace, and waiting for my team so we could regroup. You see Cloak and Dagger was about to die, just trying to hold them off from being able to get her. So I see that Loki has 2 clones right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for somebody on their team to push up. Somebody on their team's going to push up, and it's Hulk. So then that's when I go, and I go straight to their backline. So the main reason why I go into their backline right there is Hulk is causing havoc on them, and their Thor pushed into our backline. We have the numbers on Thor, so I know he's not going to be able to do too much against our backline, and that gives up their backline. So I go and I try to make a play. Hulk tries to make a play, and we pushed up a little bit. Now we see the Thing and their Thor both weren't back here, so we instantly jump back there. You have Bucky low and Squirrel Girl low, and both of them died. And then they're staggered now, so now their Thor dies after them. And now they only have 2 people left, so they're going to stagger back onto the point if they do make it onto the point. So it's one thing you want to do as Cap. You don't want to just dive, because it's not going to benefit you in any way. Sometimes you have to sit back with your team because you have the ability to not die. Like, it's very hard to die on Cap. So there I go again. I pop ult, try and get some kills. put pressure on their people, force them to use their cooldowns. That's one thing that you want to focus on. Cap is not going to do a ton of damage. He's not going to get a ton of final hits. But what he will do is force people to use their abilities because they're scared of him. He's hard to kill. So now we're going to try and hold them right here, so we can just get free time moving. Free moving time. Thor goes over there. I'm assuming that Thor has ult considering how aggressive he was playing, so I went to push back with my team. We're forcing, me and Hope are doing a great job at forcing Loki to use his runes, like just consistently, just over and over, just spamming his runes, which is good because the runes can really protect him. So I'm on Cloak and Dagger. There's one thing that you guys that want to be cap mains, and that's one thing I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to also do a cap guide soon, but the animation cancel is so useful because it allows you to just do so much more damage that you would have never been able to do. So now I'm on Loki. I'm just forcing their healers to not be able to heal their tanks. As you can see, the thing just died, and both of their healers are focused on me. I didn't get a kill on their healers, but I forced them to not be able to heal people. And now look, we killed both of their tanks. Normally the tanks are going to be some of the last people to die, but we forced their healers to not be able to heal them. And Star-Lord using this move, I hate that move from Star-Lord. I literally hate it. It does too much damage. So we just move in the point, and now right here we're just trying to clean up. Just clean up the kills so we can get up out of here and go to the next round. So that's a pretty clean round right here. We go ahead and wipe out Cloak and Dagger, and that's a pretty clean round. We went 20-1. We went 20-1, so that was a pretty clean round right there. So then we go into the next round where we're defending. So now defense right here, you want to sit right behind the cart just so you could take over the cart, and they can't push it immediately. They have to retake the cart. But then I realized that my team was playing behind the corner, so I was like, oh shoot, I can't just play up here. They switched to Venom. Now immediately when I see them switch to Venom, I clock in my head, I'm gonna have to either peel more or actually kill their healers a lot. They switched to Venom and Penny. So now our healers are actually gonna get pushed and put pressure on them, and it's gonna be harder for me to dive them. As you can see, I can't push in to finish that Moon Knight because the Penny mine is right there. So what I end up doing is going and just sitting on the point, taking over the point, and just sitting here. You don't always have to be aggressive. You know, you play the smart game, and that's how you win. Squirrel Girl has a big AoE effect when it comes to her damage, so I hold my shield just so she can do damage to everybody. And then me and Hulk get up in there and destroy the Penny mine. And Penny is pretty useless when she doesn't have her little mine there. It's really nothing that she can do, especially when the whole team's shooting at her. She can't protect herself. And let's not talk about this. But yeah. That's like the main thing that you want to do as Cap is just annoy the other team. You're going to get kills by annoying the other team. You force their healers to look away from where they're healing. Now Invis is not worried about healing anybody. Invis is worrying about surviving. And that you just make it hard for their healers. Boom. We're forcing Venom to use his shield every time that he engages. And that's really what you want to do on Cap. There's a lot of times where you may get caught too far deep, and that's when you use your ult. A lot of the times you want to push in hard and use your ult just to force them to not be able to touch point. So I go ahead and I see them back there. I come back, I peel again to stop the Venom. For those of you that don't know what peeling is, if you're playing tank or even sometimes on DPS, if your teammates, your healers are getting dove, which this other team did not do, when your healers are getting dove, what you want to do is you want to peel. And peeling means you're coming back from the front. So I'm a diver on Cap. So peeling for me means that I'm coming all the way back from where I'm diving to come and help my team to stop them from getting dove. So a lot of people don't do that in this game, but that's one thing if you're going to be a good cap that you have to do, because it's not all about just diving and just getting all the kills. You have to get in there and you have to get out and then go help your team. So right here, I was just trying to spawn trap them, and I started trolling them. Because at this point, I'm already knowing that we're going to win the game. Like, at this point, I'm already knowing. Like, without a doubt, we're going to win. They have 30 seconds left, and they haven't been able to push the point, really. And we're applying too much pressure on their backline for them to be able to do anything. So they're just going to sit in the point, because what can they really do? So I'm just sitting up here and just being annoying. And that's pretty much really going to be the end of the game. So the whole premise of playing on cap, the whole premise of it all is literally just get in there, do some damage, cause their healers to look away, even if it's for like 2 seconds that you're causing their healers to look away from healing. You're doing enough for your teammates to damage whoever is trying to hurt them. And your teammates are healing, their teammates aren't healing. Or you want to force the healers to heal themselves. It's a very strategic way that you have to play with cap. A lot of people think you just jump in there and then you don't die, but if you play it wrong, you can play very bad and be a hindrance to your team. So that's the game right there. I just went 30-1. I played great that game. So the main thing with cap, like when I'm playing, in my head, I'm thinking cause a havoc in their backline and then get out and make sure nobody's hurting my backline. And I do that over and over and over again. But that's really it. That's what's going through my head while I'm playing the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace out.